Welcome back to another episode of the Sports Den. I'm Daniel, and in today's episode, I'm talking about Washington retiring its team name and logo, but why an organization and culture change are what's most needed with this team. Two things happened this week to Washington Pro Football Team. After 87 years, they changed the name, they retired the name and logo of their franchise. A name and logo that was long considered a racial slur and offensive to Native Americans. Just yesterday, 15 women who were former employees of the Washington Pro Football Team alleged that they were sexually harassed and abused by members of Dan Snyder's inner circle within the franchise. Now, again, these are just allegations. We don't know what's true and if this actually happened. Dan Snyder and his wife came out, released a statement saying that they apologized to their employees, but they didn't apologize to the victims of this alleged harassment and abuse. Snyder also said that he plans on making a culture change within the organization going forward. Me, myself, I find this hard to believe that Dan Snyder will make any organizational and cultural change given that A, this alleged harassment and abuse went on for so long and he didn't do anything about it, being that he's the owner of the team where he can make changes and he can hire and fire people when things of this nature allegedly are going on. The second thing is the fact that Dan Snyder, who has owned this team since 1999, has done a piss poor job of running this franchise and who was adamant and defiant that he would never change the name of the Washington franchise, that he would actually do anything about a culture and organizational change. Dan Snyder not only refused to change the name of the team, which he only did now because he got pressure from corporations and several companies like FedEx who had the naming rights to the stadium that the Washington Pro Football Team play in Landover, Maryland. That was the only reason he changed the name, because he was losing money. Usually companies won't take any type of movement or make any change unless they're losing money, and that's what happened to Dan Snyder in this particular case. So let's not act like this man has some type of moral compass or is trying to be on the right side of the history or believes in any type of being progressive in his thinking or his actions. And now you fast forward with these allegations from these women and the fact that, again, this stuff allegedly went on within his inner circle and Dan Snyder didn't do anything about it, kind of speaks to his lack of character, allegedly. The other problem too with this franchise is since Dan Snyder has run it, this team has had little to no success. He's been through multiple coaches. He's made one bad personnel decision after the other. He essentially refused to change the team name up until now because of, again, he received pressure from corporate sponsors to do so, and now you have this controversy looming over his head with members in his inner circle allegedly harassing and abusing 15 former employees that were women. With everything going on in this country right now, companies, and in this case NFL teams, are being looked at closely to make change, to bring about change within their organizations. Now, Dan Snyder hasn't really come out and said much in regards to Black Lives Matter movement and what he and his organization are planning to do, but that's a separate issue. The key is what he's going to do going forward, how he's going to make these organizational culture changes within his organization is what people will be paying attention to. The NFL has always been an old boys network where these billionaire owners have played by their own rules and have refused to listen to anybody or anything when it pertains to making changes, equality, and doing the right thing. Because again, when you're a billionaire, you play by your own rules, you don't listen to anybody. And Dan Snyder is no different than the other 31 owners that he is associated with. Now I want to hear from you guys out there on two fronts. Your thoughts on Washington retiring the name and logo, but also, do you actually believe that Dan Snyder will make organizational and cultural changes to his organization given these allegations that these 15 women, these 15 former employees are alleging occurred on his watch? Please leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below so you can see more content and videos like this. I always value your support in your comments. We'll do it again next time, and I'm out.